Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So we will solve today's daily question on Leetcode, that is permutation in strings. So let's understand the problem first. What the problem wants to say. So as you can see, there are two strings are given, s1 and s2, and we have to return true if s2 contains a permutation of s1. Okay, you understand the permutation? Permutation is rearrangement of the all the characters of string. Okay, so or if it is in h2, then we'll return the true, or if it is not, then we'll return the false. Okay, so in other words, return true if one of the s1's permutation is a substring of s2. Let's understand by the example given here. Okay, if s1 equal to ab, so like there can be two permutation here. One will be ba. Okay, so we will find for ba in this s2. Okay, so as you can see, there is a ba in the s2 string. So this will return true. Okay, because s2 contain one permutation of s1 ba. Okay, like in this, if ab is there and here b is there and a is also there, but there is a o between them. Okay, so this will return as a false. Okay, so let's start with the key observation. Okay, so what will be the key observation? Ki if the length of s1, if length of s1 is greater than length of s2, so it is impossible to s2 to contain a permutation of s1, so we can return false right away. Okay, next we need to compare two string. Okay, the frequency of each character in s1 and the frequency of characters in the current window of s2 that we are examining. If the frequency of the character matches for any window, we will return true. Okay, like if there is ab in that, okay, so we need a at least one time and b at least one time in this. Okay, if there was like 2a in this, so we will need 2a at least a string in this s2 string. If it is not, then we will return false. Okay, so that also a observation here. So like how can we solve it? So first we can solve like brute force. Like what will be the brute force? We can create all permutation of s1, and then we can check for each permutation in this array. Of course that will give us TLE, because creating a permutation will take load of time complexity. Okay, so instead we will use sliding window technique with two pointers to solve this efficiently. Okay, let's break it down step by step. First we will initialize the array of 26. Okay, 26 to store the frequency of each character in s1. Okay, and then since we are dealing with lowercase English character, each position of the array correspond to the letter of a to z. Okay, like if 26 array will be array of 26 indexes will be there, then 0 will correspond to a, 1 will correspond to b, 2 will correspond to c. Okay, and we will create a sliding window in which we will take l and r. Okay, so what will be the l and what will be the r? Okay, so l and r will be the length. L and r will contain the length of string s1. Okay, and we will check the frequency of the characters in that l and between l and r of string s2 and the frequency of s1. If they will matches, then we will return the true. If it will not matches, then we will check for the next window. This is how we will do. Let's understand from the solution that I implemented. Okay, so first we are taking n and m, so that is the that is the length of strings s1 and s2. If n is greater than m, then return false. Okay, in any case, if s1's length is greater than s2 length, then we will return false. Okay, then we are taking array a, which will contains the frequency of element in s1 string. Okay, so here we are storing using a for loop. Okay, so what we are doing, we are iterating over a string s1, and we are counting the, like if a will come 2 times, this a of 0, this will become 0. Okay, if s of s1 of I is a, this will become 0. If s1 I is z, then this will become 26. Okay, this is how it will work, and we will increment the counter of that element. Okay, then we will initialize a sliding window in h2. So for that, l equal to 0 and r value will be l plus n minus 1. What is n? N will be the length of string s1, and then we'll decrease minus 1 for the because we are starting from 0 here. Okay, then we will traverse with the in string 2. If r is less than m, r will be the rightmost pointer in the string h2 we are traversing. If it will exceed the m, which is the length of our h2 string, so we can break out of this loop. Okay, so we will count the frequency of the current window in h2. Okay, so this j will start from l, and then it will go to this b will contains the frequency of that current window. Okay, so this will initialize again and again, and for each window. Okay, so j will start from l, then it will go till r, and then it will contain the frequency of that elements which presents in that window. Okay, then we will compare a and b. If a is equal to b, then we will return true. If not, then we will increase the length of we will move by 1 point with our window, so that will be l plus plus and r plus plus. If this loop will complete, then we will return that there is no permutation found, then we will return false. This is how it will solve. We can take this example also. Okay, we can try run this if we want. Okay, first we will try AB. Okay, AB's length is 2. So here first L and R will be this. We will check the frequency of A and B is 1 1. In this A will know, and frequency of this is E frequency is 1 and I frequency will be 1. But since that array A and B will not be equal, because the frequency of AB in that is 1 1 and here it's in E and I, so this will not be true. Then we will increment by 1. So after incrementing by 1 1, so L will be point to I and R will point to D. We will check for this again, this will not be equal. We will check for this again, this will not be equal. We will check for this. Okay, so what will happen? This frequency of B will match with this frequency of B, frequency of A will match with this frequency of A, then we'll return the true. Okay, in this example what will happen? This will check. Okay, so the frequency of B and O will check. So of course we don't have O in that S1, so it will return it will move ahead, and here it will be in O array. So this does not contain B, so it will return false in there. So this is how we will solve this question. If you find this explanation helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.